Hello, beautifuls. I'm back with another channeled message tarot reading. My name is Benji, if you did not know that. And today I have some energy coming from the field at the moment, and it is showing justice as the active separating force between the distorted collective and the true line collective. The true line is not being pulled back into the bind, the grief, the heartbreak, or the old emotional confusion. It is being brought back into right structure, clear sight, and cleaner emotional body, and an actual departure from what has already shown itself to be false. What is opening for the true line now is not just movement for the sake of movement, it is rightful choice, right alignment, real fulfillment, stronger self held value, and a more balanced line that can actually carry itself forward. Sovereignty. At the same time, the distorted collective is not being strengthened here. It is being shown in its split, its instability, and its inability to keep juggling what was never in true alignment to begin with. So the reading is not about blending those two lines together or pretending they are still one thing. It is about the fact that justice is now making the separation extremely visible. The true line is moving toward what can hold, what can nourish, and what can stand in the truth. The distorted collective has been left with the grief, the fracture, the broken alignment, and the instability that comes from continuing to feed what is already out of balance and alignment. So that is the channeled message that I've been working on today. And we're going to go into a tarot reading just to see if there's any more energy coming through, what specifically is coming through in a reading. So definitely, if you enjoy these videos, if you're part of the True Line, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to keep up with my readings. Leave a comment down below, join the conversation if you feel like it. And also, if you would like to be reciprocal, I'm giving you guys the energy, the reading. If you would like to give something back, feel free to look at the memberships. Or if you want a personal alignment reading with the True Line and True Source, then you can jump over to my website, which is on my profile here on YouTube, Terenji.online, and I offer personal readings there. That is something that I do just in a certain time frame. So if you order one and I don't do it within like the first 24 hours, that's because the energy isn't flowing correctly or something like that. Normally it's about correct alignment with timing and stuff like that. So just bear with me if it comes to those readings, because those readings are quite special, and they do come through. Just sometimes it needs to be at a clean point in the field. So let's move on with the actual reading itself and see what is coming through specifically right now. I will shuffle the deck and I will just give it a little bit of a shuffle. So yeah, the energy has been quite different today. Been a lot of kind of like energy coming through lately as well. But I've been kind of like witnessing that misalignment in the distorted collective today when I went out in public. Just kind of like seeing it happening, seeing it around me, witnessing it. Alrighty, let's see what's coming through. So we do have the Ace of Wands here and the Ace of Cups coming out. So this is ultimately like fresh energy for the true line. There's a spark, there's movement, right? Not movement for the sake of movement, but it's a fresh spark of movement. It's like your flame is being boosted. So like the flame that burns inside you is being lit and being boosted, so that movement is really kind of taking place at this point. And the Ace of Cups here is, it's giving like new opportunity, being being in a situation that's more held. So it's kind of showing exactly what's coming through for the true line. It's like more of a sense of like real fulfillment, a stronger held position. So I'm not necessarily getting that this is just a person coming in or energy coming in like that. This is giving me the sense of like a real cup that's been poured into by something more real and more held than what has come before. Something more balanced. It's definitely what I'm getting. So we have the Six of Swords in reverse, which represents the crossing. So there is currently like a crossing going on, and this crossing was going through a contested space, and this contested space can is like full of all of the false narratives in the field, all that kind of stuff, all the battling and the false narratives that are going around and being pushed. So it's kind of like a contested space. So ultimately, the true line has been going through this space where it's like all of these different things are being thrown at it while it's like moving through a crossing point. So just like think of a channel and you're going through the channel from one side to the other, and there is like multiple different obstacles in the way that you kind of have to get through. So what I'm getting from this is that that's over. It's like you've reached the other side and it's now starting this like new beginning kind of vibe where something is truly coming in, and it's very fresh and it's very kind of like new for your situation. It's almost like you've never done this before. That's kind of what I'm getting from it. This won't be a repeat. So if you're noticing repeats, then you're probably being led down a path of distortion. Something I'm getting from that. So we have the Nine of Pentacles here. So this is showing the self-held value, self-held provision, just the more balanced self-held kind of position, and being held in this place. It's a very stable place. I kind of love that. Like all of the things that are like said in the channeled message are kind of coming through here. It's just like it's making the right choices, being held properly, for being fulfilled properly, having a more balanced provision line come in. This seems like it's more than just like one thing. It seems like this is a complete change in reality for you in the true line. So we have the Page of Pentacles. So the old line wants to try and dim the spark and the movement here. And so it's trying to project over the line or over your vision that these things aren't happening. So it's doing what it normally does, and it's trying to obscure your view and your discernment and what is coming in for you. But this doesn't seem to be working, because it just gives me the sense of like this is just like a desperate attempt to just stop you from seeing what's about to land. The bottom of the deck here, I saw the Wheel of Fortune. So things are moving. Like this isn't just like I said in the message at the beginning, it isn't movement for movement's sake. This is true movement towards probably the most beautiful kind of like situation. Now we have Judgment in reversed. So this is giving me the sense of the old line is ultimately trying to, it's just trying its hardest to avoid this judgment. And I think it tries to obscure your view in the true line so that it can obscure the view from this judgment point that it's sitting in. So the true line sitting in this like beautiful kind of like bringing in life and new creation. And the other side, the distorted collective, is sitting in this bind, like this situation where it can't create anything new. It keeps doing the same things over and over and over and over. And it's not listening to the field because it wants to keep basically just taking what's not it, what's not it's to hold. It wants to keep siphoning the true current, but it can't do that anymore, so it just keeps trying to do the same things that it's always known how to do. And that's why it's trying to like blur your vision from what's coming in for you. And it's trying to do that so it can avoid its own judgment. Because once this stuff lands, essentially at the same time as it, that judgment, it's like a balancing scale, right? So the scale has always been at this point tipped in favor of distortion and the distorted collective because of the covert manipulation and all of that stuff. But it's slowly going like this. You know, it takes time for the scales to balance. So like it's getting to a point where like I feel like the scales are like kind of here, and we're moving towards the distortion going below the true line. The true line is going to start receiving more as the false line goes further into judgment and into this place of containment, lack, bind. The more that it does what it's doing, the more it binds itself to its own conditions. And the true line is stepping into like this ultimate true space of, it feels very freeing. Like there's no bind there. It's like self-held, and it's almost like, yeah, it's like a self-held, beautiful, strong place where you can basically carry yourself forward without any effort. And then we have the Knight of Swords coming in. So this is definitely a quick movement. This is quick, volatile movement towards the old line and the tower. Okay, so this is the main energy for the old line here. This is quick, volatile, fast movement, striking the tower and allowing it to collapse in full. So all of this stuff that it's trying to do, just like it kind of like bounces off the true line now. Just kind of like goes there and it like bounces off, and it doesn't work anymore. There's no power behind any of these actions anymore from the distorted collective. And the distorted collective is basically crumbling in real time, and it's very volatile, it's very quick, and it's going to be seen. I do understand that this is showing me that it's going to be seen visibly, very much so. And then we have the Chariot. There's the movement. So a lot of movement going on right here, and this movement is for both sides. So things are going to go like this very quickly for the true line. True line is going to move extremely quickly up, while the distorted collective is going to move on the other side. So the scales are literally tipping. This is like true correction at its finest. I'm going to leave the message there because I feel like this is super clear, and I feel like what's needed to come through is coming through. The channel message was there, and obviously this reading. So yeah, if you resonate, let me know, and I'll see you in another one whenever that comes through. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.